investors, and welcome to our crypto battle episode number 11. My name is Gary Fichardt, known to many as the FX Big Dog, and you can find me on YouTube. And if you just search the name FX Big Dog, you will find me. Now, if you're watching this trade battle on YouTube and you are not subscribed to this channel, then please go ahead and subscribe to the channel, because there are a few battles every month. So you don't want to miss out on this. So make sure you not only subscribe to the channel, but you also go ahead and click the notification bell so that you don't miss out on any live trades again. Now, while you're there, smash the like button and share the video on your social media pages. We appreciate that. Now, in today's trading battle, we have two expert traders from different parts of the world with different views on how to trade the market. Both traders will be using a cap on TradingView to place their trades. So grab your pen and paper, take some notes, and hear from these challengers as today as they go ahead and conquer the market. Now, without further ado, let me go ahead and introduce to you the challengers for today's trading battle. In the one corner, we have Cameron Fichardt from Traders Network Club. Cameron, how are you doing?
I'm doing good, big dog. It's good to
Fantastic.
see you.
Well, Cameron is a seasoned Forex trader with 7 years of trading experience. His expertise lies in navigating currency pairs, employing a strategic approach centered around dollar cost averaging. Cameron runs a successful trading room from where he helps other traders to profit consistently every month as a full-time trader, and he guides them through every market condition as they encounter. Cameron also uses ICT trading concepts with smart money techniques. Cameron trades Forex, futures, and cryptos. All right, Cameron, we're going to go ahead and introduce now the second contestant, and that is going to be Mr. Spread. Is in the right-hand side corner. There we go, Mr. Spread. How are you doing this morning?
Good morning, good evening. Hello, everybody. Hello, Gary. Hello, Big Dog. Hello, Cameron. Very nice to be here.
Fantastic.
Again.
Well, Mr. Spread has been trading since late 2009, so 2009, and professionally since 2012. He has begun his trading journey on Forex Factory Forum and has been trading mainly FX, metals, and indices. Now, Mr. Spread is a price action trader, 90% at least, with 10% looking at fundamental data. He is a day trader, and his style of trading is breakout trading on the higher time frames. Guys, glad to have you both here, and I'm sure the audience is pretty excited to not only hear from you guys, but also see you guys in action today. And action it will be. How's it going, Mr. Spread? Is it you're looking at the higher time frames? Higher time frames is a concept that you've used since the beginning?
No, first of all, again, I'm very happy to be here. I love the intro, and when I was listening to the intro, I already got pumped up, and I had to study a little bit Cameron. So I'm really excited to be here. I always study my my opponents or even my teammates, etc., because I love the art of war. So I have to know also my enemy. But when it comes back to the charts, no, I haven't started like this. I started like any other trader, doing the usual mistakes. I don't think that any successful trader until now who conquered over the years can say that he didn't blow up accounts, that he didn't make the mistakes. I started like everybody else, thinking that I know better than the markets. After my first year, I thought that I have to use 5 indicators, 9 charts, 5 screens, etc. But after 2 accounts blown in the first years, I understood that I have to be humble. I understood that I'm not smarter than the markets, and I understood that there's only one king in the markets, and that's price. And for me, price action is king. I follow it. And yes, since then, so for the last 9 years, I'm using higher time frame trading, and I do a top-down analysis from weekly to daily, and I refine my entries on 4 hours and 1 hour.
All right. It's always good to know exactly how a trader, especially in the beginning of a battle like this, to know how a trader is trading. So I appreciate you sharing that with us, because the viewers are always here to learn and learning from traders like yourself that trades for many years and has that experience behind them. It's always good to know, what sort of step-by-step process do you take? So that's great to share. Cameron and yourself, you started with cryptos initially. So crypto market is a little different when it comes to trading futures and forex, right?
Yeah, I started with cryptos, back when cryptos was doing fantastic in 2020, and I did a lot of spot trading, and then I got introduced to forex, and I've been doing that now for about 5 years, and doing a lot of dollar cost averaging, and then just got introduced to futures and started learning a lot about smart money concepts and ICT concepts and market maker buy and sell models. So I'm going to be breaking those down today and showing you all the technical side of that.
Fantastic. Yeah. Now, using that concept, you're especially in futures, right? Futures day trading. You've got to be in and out. You're not taking option
Yes.
trades.
Yeah, I prefer. I'm more of an intraday trader, and that's why what we're going to be doing in the show is basically going to be intraday trading these crypto coins. So I'm
Okay.
looking to enter and get out by today.
All right. Well, fantastic. Well, we actually going to get started right away. Well, in fact, the first topic of discussion is what do we think will come out on top between Solana and Ethereum? I'm going to go ahead and pass it on to Mr. Sprade.
Thanks, Gary. I think this is one of the biggest battles right now, right in the crypto sphere. I think Bitcoin already is right there, like the king, and he's gonna watch the knights who are gonna fight it out. So Ethereum and Solana, right? Well, Ethereum has the test of time, and I think it's on its league of its own. I think it's already proven itself, and I think even the institutions understood that. But Solana comes really, really hard from behind with all the retail adoption and liquidity. I still think that we're going to have Bitcoin, Ethereum, and after Solana, but I think that the race is very, very tight. I think that Ethereum is like the institutional money, is like more professional people are looking into it. But Solana is more of like the people's chain. And I think it had like a very big fork in the road when it had all that FTX episode, and it went almost under $10, if I remember. But it passed also that hard test, and I think now the community, at least in the last 6-9 months, proved. Plus Tolly, the CEO and the founder, proved that he can navigate this ship through not so welcoming water. So yeah, if it's gonna be a conclusion in my part, I think it's still gonna be Ethereum, and after that Solana, but it's very, very close.
Yeah, Ethereum does have a broader range of use of case, and a greater adoption across various industries, especially in the DeFi and the NFT. Where Solana, while it's growing pretty quickly and gaining traction in similar areas, it's still catching up with Ethereum's level of adoption. Would you agree, Cameron?
Yeah, Ethereum does offer, like you mentioned, DeFi and the NFTs compared to Solana. So Ethereum is doing good for long term. Solana is doing really good for this year. Actually, Solana is beating Ethereum by 800% on market caps this year. So Solana is a growing coin this year. Yeah, it's doing great, growing this year. But Ethereum is more solidified for the long term as it offers higher level of decentralization compared to Solana. So it has better security. Solana is known for the speed with transaction per speed compared to Ethereum. So it does have its pros and cons there. But when we're looking at the overall, it holds a better level of decentralization and security compared to Solana. So Ethereum wins that.
Yeah, definitely. So, like Solana is known for its high speed scalability and and fast transaction speeds, handling thousands of transactions per second. Ethereum, with the transactions from the transition to Ethereum 2.0 and proof of stake, aims to improve, but also currently handles fewer transactions per second compared to Solana. So there is definitely, it's almost like, when I think about this, I think about someone that's been in the industry for a long time. He tends to get a little more slower, but more sort of precise of what he does. And someone that is just new is excited and is pumping and is moving faster. I sort of get that sort of impression between Solana and Ethereum. Would you
Can I-
agree on that, Mr. Spread?
Yeah, and I think I would add another thing here. I think we're so early when it comes to blockchain and also to the cryptosphere that there is roof under the sun for everyone. And I think that Ethereum has its own highway, right? Ethereum has higher gas fees, but is more stable. Solana has lower gas fees, but sometimes, we have some downtimes because of all the transactions that are being made there. But all in all, I think that we are just at the beginning of what's going to be built on both of these chains. And I don't think that this kind of maxis between Bitcoin and Ethereum, between Solana and Ethereum maxis, etc., is really, really productive when it's going to come to the adoption, right? So my conclusion is that I still think it's Bitcoin, Ethereum, and after that Solana, but I'm really grateful that I'm witnessing these things live and I'm able to trade and invest in these things, because I couldn't invest in these things when I was much younger, like say for the dot-com bubble, before the dot-com bubble, or investing when the internet started, investing in those companies. So if I look at Ethereum and Solana, I think we're like Google and Yahoo, like growing together, or Google like Amazon, because Yahoo is like fallen off the cliff a bit.
Right, absolutely. Now, Cameron, you mentioned earlier on that you're more of a day trader. So when you look at the markets right now, you're sort of like understanding what the news is doing and where the market's going and where the certain cryptos are going. So you're getting the sort of the macro view of where things are. But when it comes down to actual trading, you're going to be executing more like short-term intraday trading opportunities, right?
Yes, absolutely. When it comes to intraday trading, I don't care too much about the the developer side of these coins and what they're doing for the long term, right? I'm not buying and holding on these coins. What I'm doing is I'm looking at the technical side and finding a entry point to go ahead and enter the market and get out. So it all comes to the technical more than the fundamental of this coin when you're intraday trading.
Yeah. And the same for you, Ms. Spread. So using the approach today, is it going to be more of a short-term sort of look, even though you know the macro outlook of what the currency is going to do, or the crypto?
I think Cameron nailed it there, because I like to say to my guys and also to my audience all the time that I have two hats. I have my investor hat, in which I buy and I hold Bitcoin and Ethereum and the blue chips for a longer period of time based on the market cycles. And for example, right now I'm very bullish on Bitcoin, even at these current levels, and I'm accumulating some of the altcoin leaders that I want to hold for the next 6 to 9, maybe to 16 months. And in the same time, when I'm day trading, I'm putting my day trader hat. And exactly like Cameron says, I don't give a rat's ass what the developers are doing, how many GitHubs commit they have, what's the supply. I just look at the time frames. I can trade orange juice, I can trade Shiba Inu, I can trade Popcat. It does not matter what's the name of the asset. I start with the top-down analysis from weekly to daily, to 4 hours and 1 hour. And if my triggers are being triggered, I just press sell or buy, and I just close it within the day.
So it's using the concept like, the trade's got to come to you. You're not going to go to the trade, right? It's like
100%. 100%.
Right. Well, perfect, guys. Well, you know what? Let's go ahead and get the party started. Let's go ahead with the first challenge. So are you guys ready to rumble with the first challenge?
Let's do
this. Let's do this.
Please, no blood. All right. Let's just keep
this
real.
Blood has to be spilled. It's like we're in the arena.
All right. Well, everyone watching today, we want you guys to be part of the show. So please make sure that you leave your crypto questions and comments in the live chat, or tweet it to pound TTB. All right. We want definitely get some questions from you guys, and we definitely want you guys to be part of it. So make sure you guys go ahead and leave comments in the chat, or go ahead and tweet using. Do we say tweet or do we say X? I don't know anymore. Go ahead and X. I don't know. Anyway, you guys get the picture, all right? Go ahead and send it to pound TTB. All right. All right, traders. Well, let's go ahead and take a look at the challenges. So we got 3 challenges today. Let me just read them out for you. First challenge is going to be alt positions. Open a position to an alt of your choice, so an altcoin of your choice. And then, of course, second challenge is going to be your favorite crypto. Trade your favorite crypto of all time. All time. We're talking about all time, all right? Not just today. And then the third challenge is going to be a sabotage trade, which I like. That's where you get to destroy your other opponent. Now, that is choosing a trade for your opponent. It doesn't matter what it is. You go ahead and choose it. I think in fact, well, I think we can do every asset, right? It's not necessarily going to be cryptos today on that sabotage trade. You can go ahead and throw anything. We'll do the first 2 trades on cryptos, and then the third challenge could be, throw anything at the opponent. All right. So that is the three challenges today. So, all right. So let's go ahead and all right, let's go. Let's just get the confirmation. I'll get the confirmation from our producers whether the third challenge has to be in crypto. But right now, I'm going to go ahead and say any pair, but we'll get the confirmation from them. So with that being said, traders, all right, viewers, strap down. Things are about to get real. Don't forget to subscribe, share, and smash that like button like there's no tomorrow. With the first challenge, we're going to go with the... let's go with Mr. Crypto. All right, Mr. Crypto. Let's go ahead and start off with the first challenge.
Mr. Spread, but it's fine. It's fine. I like it. Mr. Crypto. That's going to be my new name, Gary. It's fine.
Mr. Spread. My bad. Hey, Mr. Crypto sounds pretty good.
Yeah, but it's taken already. It's taken, but no worries. Okay, I can start, Gary.
Spread. All right. Let's go with the first challenge. Altcoin. Open up your first altcoin of your choice. What is it going to be?
Yeah, if you want to share the chart, I can explain on the chart. So for me, I've been studying the markets a little bit in the last few days. And although we were chopping after we broke down with Bitcoin under the 60 level, I chose Radium. Like I said, I'm going on a weekly time frame. And I saw that we have a bottoming formation. And this bottoming formation, let's see for how much time it lasted. I think this was the bear market formation for 574 days. I love this kind of formations because after this kind of formations, we usually have important breakouts. So we had this current breakout here. We had a retest of the bottoming formation of the monthly, I would say like 2.5 years, a clear retest here and another high. So for me, it would be pretty simple. We have a high, we have a low, we have a higher high, and this area, it's already shown that the buyers are defending it. So after I did my analysis on weekly, I dropped down on daily and I see what kind of levels do I have around this level. And I see that I have 1.38, 1.4, which held up pretty nicely. And we can see the demand all the time, buyers stepping in. And from 4 hours, from one day, I go to 4 hours. I refine my trade. And these were actually the last lows and the higher low, and currently I have this pending order. So what I want to see right now, I want to see that the previous in this intraday structure we were bearish. So after we tapped almost 2 area, we started the downtrend, and here it was a confirmation that it was a higher low. However, the sellers didn't have enough juice to push under 1.43, and we printed the first higher low here. So it was a lower high, low, higher low. And when I'm going to see the price, exactly like you said, Gary, I'm going to wait for the price to come to me. When I'm going to see that the price is taking out this resistance from 1.72 and the price is going to trigger around 1.74, let's see exactly what's going to be my trade and the inputs. The entry price is going to be 1.7411. The take profit around 1.9056. And the stop loss, obviously, 1.6596. So I have a 1 to 2 risk reward. This is how I usually do it. And since we are here, let's press the trade.
There we go. All right, there it is.
Pretty straightforward. Pretty straightforward.
Pretty straightforward. Currently long right now, and so interesting as we look at that technical chart here, as I have a couple of questions, I'm sure audience would have some too. So looking at this is a 4-hour time frame. We noticed that you've got two lows being indicated right there. That one low is higher than the previous low, but now if you look at the high that we have there, is lower. Sorry, is higher than the next high.
Correct.
So we haven't taken out that high. Does that, to you, in your opinion, does that indicate that the market's going into a deeper retracement high, Or is that just meaning that or you saying yourself, well, I looked at the larger time frame, my bias is bullish. So even though we haven't taken out the 4-hour high to confirm that we're now changing sort of character in this setup, would you believe that the market's going to still take it out?
So this is a very, very important question from you, and I really love what you did there. Like you said, I haven't started from 4 hours, and like I explained, I started from weekly, right? So I noticed what were my areas and what were my levels. Let's go back to weekly and where we had the initial analysis, because the higher the time frame, the higher the higher the confirmation, correct? And the dominant trend for me right now, it's still bullish, and this area, as we can see, it was a demand area, right? And from there, I went on daily and I saw that this level was really, really respected. I mean, the sellers didn't have the power, even on this retracement from the middle of March, they didn't really have the power to push it much lower. So all this area from me, it was an area of demand. The last line in the sand was like 1.03, but anywhere between 1.37, 38 and 1.03, all these retracements were quickly bought up. I mean, every time when we were entering this value area, as we can see, this was even a false break, and a false break in one direction sends the price usually higher in the opposite direction. But all the time around this area, the buyers were reacting. And the same thing here. So after I've done it on weekly and on daily, like I said, I went on 4 hours. And you pointed out very well, like here we had the high, and here we had the lower high. That's why I didn't press yet enter. That's why my trade, actually I should have put it a limit order, but it's fine. The trade should have been activated, right, above this previous lower high. So only if the trade, only if this previous lower high would have been taken out, this trade would have been active. Right now, I just pressed the market order. I shouldn't have done that, but my trigger is actually this. My trigger was above this previous. If the trigger was not activated, this trade shouldn't be active right now. I just opened this trade. It's fine. It's fine.
Well, in fact, in the trade battle, we do place market orders, not pending orders. So you did right. You did right there. You had to go in with a live order.
It's fine. It's fine. It's very nice of you that you said that, but I want to say it for the audience because your question was really relevant. The only time where I would have opened this trade, if it was like a real account and not on this trading battle, was if this lower high would have been invalidated, meaning that we would have printed a first high after this bearish sequence.
Makes sense. All right. Good stuff. Well, let's go ahead and pass it on to Cameron. Cameron, what is going to be your first trade of this challenge? Remember,
I wish I would have picked something cooler, but I did pick Ethereum as my whole point, because reason is because I'm a technical trader, and a lot of the technical falls sets up well with Ethereum. So let me take a look here at Ethereum and show you what we have setting up. So first thing, I'm looking at the 4 hour, and I've left everything fresher so you can see how I completely analyze this from the start here, from the scratch. So looking at this, we've created some areas of support here. You can see that we've created relative equal lows, and this is what we call sell side liquidity. What price is doing is generating liquidity. As I've mentioned before, I think I mentioned this last time in this battle that price does 4 things. It generates liquidity, it hunts liquidity, and it rebalances equilibrium and insufficiency. Okay. So what price is doing here is generating sell side liquidity. We have equal lows, and what we call that when we as retail traders, this is support, right? So we got support, and we had a nice expansion move to the downside. So what I'd like to see is price rebalance to equilibrium of this price leg. Okay.
So equilibrium is what, 50% of the move?
50% is 50% of an expansion move. So when we have a big selling pressure here, pulling price to this area of these lows, we use the high and the low and look for a rebalance of this price leg, which is 50%. Okay. So first thing I noticed is we had a key area that was in balance. This candle right here.
A lot of insufficiency there, right?
What's that?
A lot of insufficiency there.
Yeah. It's an imbalanced candle. So what price did is came back to rebalance it, and what happened? What we saw is price ran through that fair value gap. So we were pretty bearish here, but what we came down is we did not sweep sell side liquidity. What we did is we generated and created equal lows at that sell side liquidity area. So what I see when I see an area of equal lows or equal highs, those are key areas that price will draw to. So as of right now, I would like to wait. Okay, I know we have to, just like Mr. Spread said, we have to enter a trade now for the sake of the show. But I would love to wait for price to move into premium area, which is above the 50% of this price leg. This is what smart money traders do. They wait for price to move into areas of premium discount to get at a better price. So I would rather prefer to wait for price to move into my premium area, looking for some sort of PD array to then sell. Looking for to target those equal lows that I expect price to draw to. But I'd rather wait for price to move into premium, because the price could definitely rebalance back into premium, looking for that equilibrium. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to the smaller time frame now to look for an entry. And I'm going to go to the 50-minute, and I'm going to look at the internal model. That was the external model, and I'm going to look at the internal model here. And I'm going to say, okay, price now just swept this previous high. This was buy side liquidity right here. We swept an internal high. So when price sweeps an internal high, as you can see here, we are a little bit of in a range bound here. We had this big expansion move to the downside. Price has come back up, come back down, creating support, creating resistance here. As you can see here as well, price swept this internal high and then retrace. So we're right now in an internal model. So that's where I'm going to be looking for an entry here, is looking at the internal model. So go in the 5-minute. We also can use our kill zones here. We noticed here in the Asian session, we had the London session sweep the highs of the Asian session. So I'm pretty bearish that we draw into those equal lows. So what I could be doing is looking for an intraday setup here, targeting either the Asian lows, or if you notice here, we have equal lows right here. And that could be drawing, as we're drawing to the lows of the Asian session, heading to the New York session, out time here, Eastern time here. As we head into the New York session, we could see price draw lower. We also have an area that's imbalanced, a fair value gap. This could be a key area that I would want to look to. Maybe price would want to reject off this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to enter a short-term sell, setting my stop loss at that high. Or actually, I'm going to set that constant encroachment of this candle wick here, and I'm going to target these equal lows. So our stop loss is going to be set to 3106, and we can go with a little bit more here.
So while you're putting that trade in, so this is not good news for those traders holding onto Ethereum right now. It may be hold on. Let me rephrase that. That's actually it's actually good news for those that are holding onto Ethereum, because for those that want to get back in Ethereum for a long-term hold, for those that don't spot trade but really go ahead and buy and hold. And I'm one of those traders, just FYI. So if you're out there and you're one of those traders like, oh man, I want to buy more, Ethereum, I want to get more crypto under my portfolio. This is actually, these type of corrective moves that we see in the market, these dips in the market that we're seeing, is actually a great opportunity to go ahead and reinvest back into that particular crypto. Would you guys both agree that the way the crypto market is sitting at the moment right now is creating opportunities for those that have not been in the market or want to get back into the market with some more assets? This is a good opportunity for them to go ahead and reinvest. Mr. Spread.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Oh, sorry, Cameron. Yeah.
Go on.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, like I said, just be looking at the intraday here. It doesn't bring any concern for the long-term investment, right? Price is gonna move up and down. That's what price does. It needs to rebalance the market, and those things are gonna happen in every market structure that we see. So you're looking at Ethereum. Yeah, we're creating equal lows looking at the daily year, yeah, we can continue to move higher. There's no doubt that we can continue to move higher. And if you're holding Ethereum coins, there's no reason to be concerned, even if price dips. But I think that we should see these lows, these equal lows, as generating sell side liquidity. I would rather feel better seeing price sweep in these areas before continuing higher, because if price does continue to move higher, it's always going to be the idea that price would want to manipulate back to the downside here, and that could just bring more concernity in the market. So I'd rather have price sweep these lows. Then that's going to give me more confluence that we're going to head higher, than instead of heading higher and then want to come back down to sweep these lows, where we know that this is a lot of generated liquidity that price would want to rebalance.
So you would say that we're on the buy side of the curve when it comes to this model?
Right now, we're on the sell side. If we're looking at a market maker model, this would be the buy side of the curve. This would be sell side of the curve. And we're generating support here, sell side liquidity, these equal lows. This is where I want to see price sweep these areas. Price is generating these areas here. Eventually, it's going to want to come back to sweep these areas. So that's what we're seeing right now, is price is generating areas of liquidity that price would want to come back eventually to sweep these areas. So that's why I was mentioning I'd rather see it sweep these areas now than instead expanding up and then coming back down to sweep these areas.
Mr. Spray, would you agree on that the opportunity is better as the market dips back down here for long-term buyers to go ahead and look to re-enter the market?
Well, when it comes to investing, I'm not putting almost at all my trader's hat, especially for Bitcoin and Ethereum. And for Bitcoin and Ethereum, I just buy when we have this kind of higher time frame bullish scenarios. Like Cameron still said a few moments ago, that for a longer period, the investors, there is no issues right now because the trend is still bullish. I would not look for this kind of intraday moves. So I would just DCA into it, regardless of the price. With what's coming and with the wind in the sails right now, with the Ethereum ETF about to kickstart in, I think, 1 week, 2 weeks, who knows, maybe even faster. I would not care so much about the perfect entry. Timing the market beats timing the market. So,
right, absolutely. Okay, cool. Well, great. Well, good, guys. Well, that's for the first challenge. Well, now let's get into the charities, because the traders today are trading for charity, and that's always a good cause. And we want to go ahead, and of course, the winner today is going to be passing on a good amount of cash over to the charity of choice. And let me go ahead and start with Cameron. Cameron, you've got Kitty Up Ranch. Now, Kitty Up Ranch, the website is kittyupranch.org. Kitty Up Ranch serves over 180 families weekly, offering programs for kids and special needs, trauma survivors, human trafficking victims, and veterans. The ranch is a haven for healing and lifelong learning, providing a nurturing environment for individuals of all backgrounds and abilities. Kevin, do you want to say a little bit more about Kitty Up?
I mean, you pretty much nailed it right there. As you said, it's a ranch where they host for special need kids, and they do a lot of horseback riding, playing with the farm animals, and it's lots of fun for the kids and very therapeutic as well. So, yeah, it's good stuff what they're doing there.
Fantastic. And you've got a closer connection to them because you're actually good friends with I think you grew up with the daughter of the mother that owns Kitty Up, correct?
Yep. They were in elementary school friend.
Yep.
So yeah, we've known them for many years.
Fantastic. And some great stories about, especially Lexi. It's just such great stories about her and her endeavors that she's had with sports. Been a true sportswoman and done well, and did some fantastic things in the sporting industry. All right, fantastic. Mr. Spread. I got that right. I didn't call you Mr. Crypto this time. Now, you have a charity of your choice, and your charity is Reheart. The website is reheart.care. Now, Reheart in sorry.
No problem.
I'm so in cabaret. Oh gosh, I'm struggling with my words today.
Don't
All right,
worry.
well,
I always get emotional when I talk about Richard, so I empathize with you. Don't worry.
well, let me allow you to go ahead and talk about them because they work with a company called, I think it's Polisano
Polisano. If
Foundation, right? And
Yeah, that would be amazing because this is what I wanted. These guys are amazing. They're a team from Romania who thought about the cool NFT project. You know, everybody talks about profits. Everybody talks about, how can we get rich, but how about giving back? And here in Romania, there are about 5,000, if I remember correctly, unfortunate cases from families who don't have the necessary needs to operate their children who have heart diseases. And last year, because I was part of the donors, I had the amazing opportunity to witness a live operation on one of the children. I know that these images are like quite hard. Believe me, my hands were sweating for 15 minutes when I was in the operational theater. So this is what they are doing. And I've been committed to their cause for a lot of time. With doctors around the world, with the Polisano Foundation, they bring doctors from United Kingdom, from Australia, from all over the world, who come on their free time to operate in Queen Mary hospitals around Romania to save children's lives. So this is my charity of choice.
fantastic. Now the foundation focused on restoring childhood joy for children suffering from heart disease in Romania, which is very cool. And then also the key for fundraising initiative involves selling NFTs with the proceeds directly directed aid in the treatment of affected children and supporting the medical advancement. That's correct, right?
100%. All the proceedings goes to the expenses because as you can see here, there were a team of about 12 people which were operating live on that child's body. So it's quite a lot. But I know that only last year these amazing guys helped save the lives of more than, I think, 30 children from Romania.
Very cool. Now, it's going color. I still can't get that word out. It just doesn't.
Which is it? Which is it? Let us help you.
Collaboration.
Collaboration.
Yes.
Fine.
I'm struggling with that word this morning. I said it about 10 times to myself, and I'm like, why am I struggling with this word?
Partnership. Let's call it partnership, Gary.
Let's get on with the show, and let's go ahead and let's go to challenge number 2. Favorite crypto. Trade your favorite crypto of all time. All right, we started off with Mr. Spread, and we're going to go ahead and let Cameron start off with this one.
All right, I think I chose a pretty basic one here, and that's Bitcoin.
What?
Yeah, I feel you, Cameron. I feel you, Cameron.
But I had to be honest at the same time, and obviously this is my favorite one. And the reason is too, I'm going to use smart money concept with Bitcoin and Ethereum, and I'm going to show you how I do that. So let's go ahead and break down 2 charts here, and I'm going to show you what I use Ethereum and Bitcoin for is smart money reversal, and I look for divergence. So here you can see, let's go to the 1 hour here on each time frame. Okay. And here is Bitcoin on my left and Ethereum on my right. And as you can see here, what are we seeing right now? We're starting to see some divergence. This is called smart money reversal. And as you can see, this high on Bitcoin did not get swept. This buy side did not get swept, and we create a lower high. On Ethereum, what do we do on Ethereum? We create a higher high, sweeping that buy side. So this is looking good for my Ethereum sell here. As I expect, we see bearish divergence. This is a bearish S&T, means smart money trading. So what does that really mean? What it is the money makers coming at areas of smart money zone where I don't have my tool here, but this would be an area where smart money would want to manipulate, and they would get in looking for, first they would want to see some displacement showing that we're moving bearish, and then they'll look for a PDRA to get in. So Meaning smart money, what is the money makers? These are our institutional companies, central banks, and what they do is they manipulate price to stop us retail traders, right? To accumulate our orders, our positions, and then they get in at a discount and premium price, as I mentioned. So seeing a bearish S&T sent up here, this is a perfect example that I wanted to show you how I use smart money concept here. And seeing this bearish S&T, I would be going short here on Bitcoin. So let me just pull up Bitcoin here. And this is the 1 hour. We never swept that high. I'm going to continue lower. We are working in an inversion balance here. Okay, so I'd like to see price continue working this inversion balance. The Asian, once again, was swept. The highs were swept. I'll possibly be looking to target these lows or maybe even lower here. We have some equal lows lining up right here below the Asian session. So let me go to the 15-minute time frame here. And there it is. So there is some key equal lows that I like to look at. And we're in this inversion fair value gap. Price could continue to move lower, but I'm just looking to scalp here what I can get and move on with the market. We are also working a imbalance area as well here. I'd like to see price run through that, add more confluence to my bias here. But as of right now, because we have this S&T here, I use S&T a lot in my intraday trading as one of the biggest things I use for smart money reversals. And because we have this bearish S&T, usually what I wait for is price to displace through a minor low, which would be this low. I'd like to see price displace through this, meaning I would like to see a rapid move with fair value gaps through this minor low. Then I'll look for a retest back into a fair value gap. That would be my entry point, right? But for the sake of this, I'm going to just go and enter a sell here. And I'm going to go ahead and target those equal lows. And I'll set my stop loss at that high where we created that SMT. Okay. It'd be better to, I put my stop loss at the high that was never swept. This is where smart money will keep my position safe, right? I'm going to keep it at this high for now. So I am going to be going with a short here. Stop loss going to be at.
So this is important to note here that you're using divergence on different assets to be able to identify where the smart money is going, and then looking to see if you have, just like we spoke about early on with Mr. Spread, right? Waiting for the market to come to you rather than you come to the market. And that's allowing the market to break through the sell side liquidity areas, create displacement, nice little move through it, create displacement, have a correction move, and then enter on the correction move. This is traders, if you're watching this is great concepts that both these experts are applying to their trading, making sure that they don't only find the model or the setup that they're looking at, but also to be able to go ahead and say, you know what, I'm not only just entering in the market, I'm actually waiting for the market to come to us, because if it doesn't fit their trading plan, then they simply don't trade it. Mr. Spread, the floor is yours. Cameron's going to go ahead and execute his trade right here. There it is. Let's just go ahead and get that in. And then we move into Mr. Spread. Mr. Spread, your crypto.
Yeah, it's also my favorite one. It's also Bitcoin. That's why I was smiling. Well, you know, Gary, you're an FX trader, and also Cameron is an FX trader. So why wouldn't I trade euro dollar if it's the most liquid asset, and why wouldn't I trade Bitcoin if it's the most correct technically asset from all the cryptos right there, and has not necessarily the most predictable moves, but at least the most noticeable and the most readable charts and moves out there. So it's also Bitcoin for me. I have to applaud Cameron. I really liked the fact that he mentioned that usually his stop loss would have been above the previous week, which he had in the left side of the chart. So I really appreciate that, because I also do that, because this is where most of the retail, at the first stop loss that he placed, most of the retail would have placed their stop losses. And this is how you make sure that your trade is still there. So I really want to say that to Cameron. I really appreciate what he did there. And another thing from you're welcome. Really nice. I love to see good traders. And And about Radium, and also about the trader, which I'm going to explain right now about Bitcoin, you're going to see on my sizing that I rarely go above 1% on risking more than 1% out of my account in one trade. So this is the same thing that I did on Radium on my position sizing there. And now I'm going to go over to Bitcoin. The same concept. I go on a weekly time frame, so a top-down analysis, and I place my, not my indicator. I don't know why it disappeared here. Okay, so as we can see, this was an important area from which we broke down, and now we retested it. We had a lot of bottom sellers around this level, and I have another important level which we lost. My first area of interest was around 60,000. When we broke 60,000, we can see from here that this was a range. And these range lows were really well defined, and we broke under these range lows. And there was another level here which I was watching for intraday trading, and I'm going to show you right now. It was on daily around 58,000, which was the previous low from here where we printed the deviation, meaning that we had a false break from which we printed higher. Unfortunately, this time for the buyers, short term, this was not a deviation. Or at least until now is not a deviation. In order for this to be a deviation means that we have to recover above 58 and above 60. At what point in time I'm gonna flip my intraday bias to bullish. But for now I'm also bearish, like Cameron said. And from daily I can see that we rejected, so meaning that this area is really respected also from here. And I can see this many time taps and many time tests of the 58 area. Rejection means that for now, at least short term or intraday, the sellers are in control. I go on 4 hours to see how I can refine my trade, and the same thing. I like what I see from here. I see a sequence of lower highs, right? So intraday I'm also bearish, and I'm gonna go right now and execute my trade. I think I can put a 0.5 on this one. And my stop loss is above the previous week. So in case we take out the previous week from here, from which we rejected the last time, most likely we can also sweep the others. And I don't want to have anything in relation with this trade anymore. And my usual take profit is 1 to 2. I'm an old school here, so what can I do? I have to respect my my strategy. And the trigger is already pulled for me here. It's fine. I can go even on 1 hour, but I'm just going to refine the trade here. 55 to 147 would be for the take profit. 47.83, and for the stop.
All right, so it looks like you got a standoff here on the Bitcoin. Both of you finding the same trade, put in the same direction. I don't know. Is that the rules, or are we going to break the rules a little bit here? Okay, we got the same trade now. We're going to go ahead and let that ride. We'll definitely get into the third challenge in a minute, and we're going to talk about a crypto trade as well. So remember, guys, we're sticking to crypto. We're not going to move into other assets. Only crypto in this session. It is a crypto battle. All right. So before we get into the third challenge, I want to mention the education packages that both of you are offering here inside the battle. Cameron, you're offering a free access to the trade ideas for a year if a person deposits $1,000 with ACAP. So anyone that opens up a $1,000 trading account, live trading account with ACAP, you're offering free trade ideas. And Traders Network Club provides all levels of experience with tools, Discord channels, and education to help them succeed. Correct? You want to say a little bit more about Traders Network Club, what they offer?
Yeah, you pretty much nailed there as well. We offer a free sponsorship, so that you can find that on our website at tradersnetworkclub.com, and you'll see our sponsor page, and if you click on that, you'll see the options of the options you have to the service, up to a year for free for that service by just signing up with ACAP. So go ahead and check that page, and it has all the information on that sponsor page.
Now you run a trading room as well with the Traders Network Club, and that with the Discord channel, and that's something they can get part of as well.
Yes, that is a VIP. We have 3 different levels, so you can see that on our website as well. It'll be in the VIP page, and you'll get access to my private Discord and my daily sessions that I do every day, breaking down Forex pairs. This is for the Forex side, and we go ahead and break down For each level is different sessions. So we have about 2 sessions a day from Monday to Friday. So if you go ahead and check that out, you can join the Discord, join those sessions. And if you have any questions, I do a lot of breaking down all these concepts that I'm showing you. So if you're interested in learning these concepts and using it for your intraday trading Forex, then join the sessions and you'll definitely learn a lot of these concepts that I teach.
Well, there you have, traders. Go ahead and check, get all of Cameron, follow Cameron through Traders Network Club, and you can get involved in his trading room and his Discord channel. Now, Mr. Spread, you also have a trading room. Paradigm Shift is the community, right? That you offer a trading, or at least a Discord channel as well, correct?
Yes, absolutely correct. Thank you, Gary, for the intro. I think that what stands out from Paradigm Shift is that for the last 2 years, around a core of traders which joined the community, I built a community that is not just about trading; it's about growth and learning together. And this is the feeling that I had when I joined Forex Factory, and I think this is what bootstrapped and also helped me in my early days. Because without the people there who were, posting just their ideas, I think I would have been lost. So inside Paradigm Shift, you have like an A to Z description of what should be your first steps when you join the Forex market, when you join all the markets. We have discussions about mindset. We have even a book club that we usually do on Thursdays. One time per month, we have that book club and we talk about investing books, mindset books, trading books, etc. We have 2 weekly AMAs, general AMAs, in which we speak about the markets, in which we speak about trades. This is on Wednesday. Or on Thursday, we have like for the premium AMA, where users can join live and share their trades live with me, share their setups, their previous setups, their winnings, their losings, their portfolios, and we debate that. And I talk to them live there and also with all the other traders who join. I do analysis on euro dollar, on Forex pairs, on DXY, on S&P, on Bitcoin, Ethereum, and crypto. I really like what has been built there, and I think that what stands out for Paradigm Shift is not just me there. I don't stand out. It's the power of community, and this is the motto of our community.
Absolutely. So, and that Paradigm Shift community, that Discord channel, is that free for them to go ahead and connect to?
No, we have three. We have two. I just pulled them out now. If I can show them, or it's up to the production. Okay, fine. So for the basic one, which I just said, for which you have access to the weekly analysis, to the 5-coin analysis, and to the weekly AMA, that's $30. And the other one is the premium one for the $45 per month.
Gotcha. All right, well, perfect. Well, you got, let's see, guys, if you're interested in both Cameron and Mr. Spread, you get involved into the community, the Discord channel, the live sessions and everything. Make sure that you check out the description down below inside the YouTube channel, and all the details are there. So make sure you check it out. The details are in the description down below. Now, let's move on to challenge number 3, sabotage trade. I think this is the best trade ever. All right, now you get to choose a trade for your opponent. So I'm going to let Mr. Spread give you the right here to go ahead and destroy Cameron. Maybe time to go buy Bitcoin. I don't know. I'm just kidding. All right. No. So I'm going to leave it up to you.
Yeah. So I want to see how Cameron is going to trade on cake. This is going to be the pair that I'm going to give it to him. So,
all right.
Cameron, do your best.
Cameron, there it is. You got cake. Go ahead and find cake. And
that's the one. Yeah.
That's the one.
All right. And what direction?
You choose, man.
Oh, okay.
I think no. I mean, I didn't know that the sabotage trade is also the direction. I thought it's just the pair.
Tell him the direction too. This is sabotage. This is not giving him a bunch of flowers, dude. This is sabotage. You got to destroy him in this one. Put him in the wrong direction. That's the key.
Okay, Cameron, go for a buy here.
Okay.
Now, are you
going to go for a buy?
If you look at if you break it down, Cameron, just very shortly, would you say that your buy right now is? I mean, go ahead and push the buy in, and then just say, are you happy with that buy?
Yeah, I'm very happy with this buy. No, looking at this, you know what? Actually, I'm not too mad about this buy. I'd like to see this. I'll probably be targeting this buy side liquidity right here, and Was that a limit order? Was that just a
No,
spread?
that's in. That's spread,
Oh,
dude.
wow. She's like,
I think Mr. Spread is definitely
I think he
sabotaged.
picked the right one there. Okay. Now I'm definitely not happy about this buy.
Okay, so let's just go talk about the Drakey. So where would you protect yourself? What would you look for a short-term target on this?
Where I entered right now, this is not where I'd like to enter because I would want to target this high right here.
Yeah.
So
you
really,
passed
there's not much opportunity here. So this is a good sabotage trade.
All right,
Cameron, in my defense, I just wanted to give you the trade, man. I didn't want just the pair, so but they said also what to do it, so there you go.
All right. Well, there we go. Cameron's gone ahead and said, like, listen, I'll take a small bit of profit on this and just get the heck out of dog.
I mean, one mic a lot here, and then hey, I'll get out real quick. So we'll see.
All right, cool. All right, Mr. Spread is now the next up. Cameron, what is your sabotage trade for Mr. Spread?
I was gonna do XRP. And I want to look here real quick because I also didn't know that we had to pick the direction. Completely forgot about that. And I want to say go long here on XRP.
I don't like. I'm gonna get a lot of hate for this, but I don't like to trade XRP in general. But I think Cameron did a very nice job here to give me a long because I was looking at this. I was looking through the pairs. I don't like how this is looking. I think this is maximum a bearish retest of this. So okay, weekly.
Yeah, my producers just popped them a message here, and I actually had this question myself. Why not XRP? Why is XRP such a boo?
The reason is I said that just because
I'm actually asking Mr. Spread, but
just recently,
no, Cameron, fire away. Let Cameron until I sort out what I see here.
Yeah, the reason I picked that is because there's a lot of uncertainty and doubt right now in XRP. So when there's a lot of uncertainty, you don't know where price is going to go, right? Unless you really look at a technical side and look for a short term, then yeah, that doesn't really, make a big difference. But because of the speculation right now with XRP, there's a lot of uncertainty, and that's why I picked that pair.
Okay. And so, Mr. Spread, why is it that you don't like XRP?
Cameron nailed it there. Although he's my opponent. No, he nailed it. I don't like to trade the assets where I have no idea what's going to be the next thing when it's going to drop the shoe on it, if it's going to be good or if it's going to be bad. Because for a trader, you don't want that type of uncertainty. You want a chart which has the minimum impact when it comes to the X factors, right? So this is another reason why I don't trade, for example, TRX, Tron, because it has like such a controversial figure like Justin Sun there. Right? Or this was there were other, like, for example, I didn't trade CRV because their CEO had a big loan that he had to repay, and at any point in time he could have got liquidated and he could have triggered the cascade of events for the CRV token. So I don't like that's why I said I'm 90% the price action trader, and I look at higher time frames and I look at structures and I wait for price action to give me the triggers in order to pull the trade. But I also have about 10% fundamental, where I am also like holistic, like I combine them, and I will also take care of this kind of thing. So why should I trade, for example, this is sabotage trade, and I think it's a good one. Why should I trade XRP? Why should I trade TRX? Why should I trade pairs, or why should I trade tokens where there is an X factor that I cannot incorporate in my framework in order to open a trade? So
what you're saying is the XRP is something like Joe Biden. You don't know where he's going, right?
Don't get me political, Gary.
All right, guys. Listen. All right. It's been a blast.
Let me see how would I proceed with this one. Yeah, it's fine. I can pull the trigger on this one here.
All right.
It has to be market. What? Okay, you said the buy? You said the buy, right?
Yep. Said the buy.
I saw what you did there also, the cake one, that you put the minimum risk inside, but that's fine. You're a smart cookie. 0.47.
All right.
Oh, yeah, I will adjust the trades here. I'm good to go, Gary, if you want to move to the next section.
All right, no worries. Let me take a look over here. If there's any questions here, I may see one question here. Can you check Gary's network, Solana? All right, so the Solana, we've actually gone ahead and spoken about Solana as well. All right, so I don't see any questions here. So we can go ahead and move over to the closing. And I want to go ahead and thank you guys. It's been absolutely a blast. Appreciate you guys being here. And firstly, number one, let's go ahead and mention that the winner will be announced in 48 hours on the social media pages. So you will get the winner being posted on the social media pages in 48 hours. So whoever wins this battle will be notified on that. I want to thank Cameron. I want to thank Mr. Spread. Thank you very much for being here. It's been fun hosting the show with you too. Thank you very much. But more importantly, thank you to the audience. Thank you for being here and thank you for tuning in. Knowledge is power, and you got a whole bunch of that today. So good to be here, and thank you guys for your insight. Now, before we say goodbye, I want to make sure that we show a little bit of appreciation to this channel and to, of course, this whole setup that's taking place on a month-to-month basis with all these trade battles. Go ahead and make sure that you guys are subscribed to the YouTube channel, share the video, and then, of course, smash the like button like there's no tomorrow. Let's get this video out to as many traders as possible. Let's go ahead and show the appreciation to not only the opponents today, but, of course, to the trade battle too. With that being said, traders, thank you very much. I appreciate everyone being here. My name is Gary Fichardt, wishing you guys joy, success, and lots of profit. Until next time.